Welcome back, friends. We appreciate your support. It's another rendition of Neighbors and Nugent. I am merely Mike Neighbors, but he, ladies and gentlemen, is Nick Nugent. Nugent, where are you?
I am in New England right now, living it up, living the life in Maine, rocking my Newport Whalers hockey hat from Newport, Rhode Island. I'm living large, man. I'm right on the water in Maine. We got the grill going. Life is good. How about you? How's your day going?
I got the grill behind me as well. And you know what? I listen to you, Nick Nugent. I listen to every word you say, and I remember everything you say in each and every podcast. A few weeks ago, we did a four starters list on sporting events we're looking forward to the most. You said hot dog eating contest. It's almost 4th of July. I got the hot dogs. You got a hot dog? You got a hot dog for me?
Well, as usual, yours are, sad looking, but mine is the way a hot dog should look. Relish, mustard, perfect amount. Mm-hmm. Now we're talking.
All right, let's take a bite. Oh my God.
Cheers.
Hit the spot. Well,
and the only way to wash it down, ice cold Coca-Cola.
It's all about product placement. I'm eating Nathan's, the original Coney Island hot dog. I need to chew my food before I start talking. Let's go to the menu, and we'll give you a reason why we are eating hot dogs, despite the fact we love hot dogs. Coming up in our four starters, we have a food theme in this podcast. Besides the hot dog eating contest, which Nick loves and I love, we're going to give our four starters, kind of our appetizer for each and every podcast. Besides hot dogs, what food do we think would be the best, maybe personal? And if we were entering a contest, what would we like the food option to be? Our final five, in the news lately, Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg have talked about going in the ring and just, having at it. What are our five best celebrity bouts? Could be sports, could be beyond sports, and our last word segment as well. But Nick, I'm glad we're on the same page because, last week felt a little uneven. You seemed, shall we say, hypocritical?
I'll pick between you two. I think I'm going to go with Nick. I think
what?
Nick
This is a classic example of when you're beaten down, and instead of accepting the beatdown, you try to fight your way back up. But this is not one of those moments.
2 weeks later.
Give this win to Mike. But actually, in all fairness, Mike had some – I think he had better picks.
I'm going to petition the board. No longer can we have a solo God figure to make decisions and lay them down.
Oh, whatever.
How about people? We need a poll in the comments section. This is
why is it that when you win, Nick, it's okay, but when you lose, we need to rethink this?
I need a yellow piece of paper. Throw the flag.
All I say is the videotape does not lie, and that's a statement.
Well, but
it applies today too.
Unlike you, Mike, I don't like to live in the past. I like to live in the present, and I like to look forward. So, whatever you got to do to make your day better. I know you're having a rough one, but not much to say about that.
I'm just curious though, moving forward, can we use Justin as the arbitrator, or you saying good moving forward?
I'm gonna hold my response to that until at the end of the show. I'll decide. Okay.
All right, that's pretty weak. Let's get back to the food and our four starters. God, I love this hot dog. Hot dog eating contests are great, Nick Nugent. I'm going to let you go first in the four starters, though. If you were entering a contest that couldn't be hot dogs, what would it be?
First off, I'm going with ice cream. I think you put a pile of mint chocolate chip ice cream in front of me, I will eat till it's gone. It doesn't matter if it's a pint, 2 pints, a bucket full. I'm winning. I'm not winning hot dog. I can't do every food, but certainly ice cream. There is no ending to my ice cream eating. That's me all day. How about you?
That's a very good pick, and you stretched long enough for me to eat another bite out of my hot dog.
I'm getting good at this. Good.
I love desserts. Don't get me wrong, but I work in New Orleans quite a bit. I fell in love with this food. It's easy, and I never feel like I have enough, so it would be perfect for a contest. How about char-grilled oysters? I don't know if you like char-grilled oysters. I'm going to have a plate full of oysters. I'm going to eat all of them. Come on, bring it on. I think not only would this be good, but I'd be very good at it. Char-grilled oyster fan at all.
Okay, I love the pick. It's a great pick.
Really?
However, if the event turns south and you've had too much and it starts to go the opposite way, I think that could be one of the worst looking food accidents oyster on the way out. Just not looking good, man. But overall, it's good.
Well, that you could say that about hot dogs too. Just saying. I mean,
You could,
think
I
about
guess.
that.
All right, I'm going my second pick.
Thanks for that image, Phil. I appreciate that.
You know what? That's what I do here. I bring everything.
Yeah,
I bring everything to light.
Yeah.
My second pick, I'm going French toast. Pancakes, I have no chance, but French toasts, I think unlimited amounts. You put me in front of an all-you-can-eat French toast buffet, I'm putting it down. French toast all day. Me and my boy Trip, all day long. French toast as much as you can give us.
Wow. French toast, very solid pick. You're going on the sweet side with the ice cream and the French toast. You know what? I love pizza. I don't want the big slices of pizza. I want kind of the mini slices of pizza. I could bring that home. Pizza is my weakness. Yeah, I love hot dogs. I love char-grilled oysters. But pizza, again, it can't be the huge slices. It has to be cut down a little bit, kind of like it is in the hot dog eating contest. But give me some pizza right in my wheelhouse.
I'm jealous that you could pick that because I love pizza. I judge a city or a state based on how well their pizza situation is. I just couldn't do a lot of it. I have trouble. I couldn't put down a whole pie. I wish I could. I like that pick. I love pizza, but I couldn't do it. My third pick is going to be a little bit different. I remember growing up a lot. As a kid, you get excited when the bread. Let's say you're going to have spaghetti for dinner, and you have the bread come to the table, the garlic bread, and then you have a piece. And my mom would always say, don't spoil your dinner. You're not going to be able to eat the spaghetti because of all the bread. And every time I try to prove her wrong. And now as an adult, I fill up on the bread. You put garlic bread in front of me, I'm not spoiling any dinner. I could eat unlimited amounts of garlic bread, 1 loaf, 2 loaves. I love it. It's a weird pick, which I think is good for me. Less competition in the garlic bread competitive eating circuit. I think I could do well.
Again, though, you got to get the smaller size. You can't get the thick. It's got to be something where you can just, you have a rhythm to it, right? Char-grilled oysters, a rhythm. Pizza, a rhythm. Speaking of that, I'm going to go back to the sweet stuff because you started with the sweet stuff. This could be a lot of fun. Not the big ones, but the little donuts. I love donuts. Just give me the little donuts. Give me all kinds of flavors. I need something that it's like batting practice. You need a little routine. You need to get in the rhythm. It's like the driving range. You got to get the golf swing down. Give me the little donuts. Give me like options I can dip them in, like chocolate and caramel.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Yeah.
I like it, man. That's good. I like that. Those are 3 good picks for me. You're on the roll today. Good start.
Well, that was fun. I think we both had pretty good selections. Well, as we mentioned earlier, it's become a draft for us, Nick Nugent. Our final 5, we picked a category and select our top 5. If you pick it, then, I got to add to my list. If I pick it, you got to do the same. But our final 5, Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk were having this talk of getting in the ring and just, punching it out, basically. How do you feel about that, first off?
I think it's crazy. I think I don't know who would win. I have no idea. I think it's weird, but I'd certainly pay money to watch it. That's for sure. Definitely excited to watch if it does.
I would pay more money for that than a lot of these boxers who claim to be professionals, and that sport is really a mess right now. So I would pay to see that. So let's get going on the final 5. I'm a gentleman, and Justin, the future is in the balance. If you don't win, Justin could be out in terms of being the arbitrator. So I'm going to let you go first.
Well, I would never hold that over someone said. I think Justin knows he should probably do the right thing today. But we're going to see how it goes. My first opening choice here. I'm going to go with Will Smith and Chris Rock.
Ooh.
All right. We only got a little taste of it. But it certainly wasn't a back and forth. I think we all are wanting to see what would have turned out had there not been a crowd and not police presence there. Get them together, get them some training, put them in the ring. Let's get after it. Probably Will Smith probably has the reach advantage, but I think Chris Rock could get it done. I think that's a decent first choice.
Well, a big part of being in a fight is knowing you can take a slap or a punch, and we know Chris Rock can do that. So he's already halfway through there. That's a very good pick. I'm going to start off. I'm going to go kind of old school and just imagine if these guys were in their prime. 2, media moguls, 2 movie tough guys. And I think they're about the same height, too. And I think their reach is about the same when you kind of break them down. How about Al Pacino and Robert De Niro? I want to see those guys go at it. I don't know how tough they are, but they play tough guy movies. What do you think of that? That'd be fun to watch.
Well, yeah, it's tough, though, because, in their prime, sure. But like right now, all it'd be is a couple old guys beating up on each other. I don't think they got the stamina to make it happen, but I would like to see it happen. I'm going with De Niro on that one. I don't know who would win, but that'd be a fun one. Good choice. I like that. Interesting.
But Al Pacino's in his 80s. He just became a father, so we know he has energy at this point in his life. I'll give him.
He's got dad strength. Exactly right. I love it. It's very, very true. Yeah. All right, I'm up with number 2. I would like to see this happen. I'm going to go with Oprah Winfrey against Dr. Phil. All right, right in the middle. Ooh. Get after it. I like to see them go nuts on each other and see what happens. Yeah, big fan of that fight happening. Probably not going to.
Do they not wrong anymore? Because I know she kind of made Dr. Phil possible by bringing him on her show, right?
Well, that's what I think. I think there's a little bit of jealousy in place, and I think it'd be fun to watch.
My money's on Oprah. I'm not messing with Oprah. I'm all Oprah. I'm all in on Oprah there. All right, I'm going to go to the sports world. These guys play nice, but I think this would be very interesting because I think they're both in very good shape. But I think one guy is much more of a clutch performer, and I think he's a better fighter. Give me Derek Jeter against A-Rod. I want him in the ring. I want to see how this plays out. They're playing nice on TV, but I think deep down Jeter would love for this to happen.
I completely agree. Good choice. Jeter, I think, would take out some hostility on A-Rod. And I think A-Rod is not a tough guy. I think he's when he's been faced with adversity in the past, just the way he slapped that ball out of the first baseman's hand that one time, just the way he did that makes me think he's probably not that good in the ring. I'm going Jeter all day on that one.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
All right, here on Neighbors and Nugent, we don't like to get too political, but I'm going to get political for a second there, and I'm going to go Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. All right, I'm not talking politics. I'm not talking where they stand on certain issues. I'm not talking left versus right. I'm just talking a couple of old guys who are getting on everyone's nerves. No debate, no talking. Just put the gloves on and see what happens. I know Biden probably has better stamina. Donald Trump probably going to dance around the fight a little bit, but eventually they're going to come together. I think we should rather see that instead of a debate.
All right, since you went there, I'm going to go there. I'm going to give you the leader card in this because I wasn't sure. We're kind of in the infantile stages of this podcast. I'm going to go next level. By the way, Biden has no shot, and this is politics aside, okay? I'm just talking about boxing. Biden has no shot there. Let's make it
we're not talking about.
Let's even the playing field a little bit, my friend. How about Trump and DeSantis? Forget the debates. Ooh. Give the people what they want. I think this would be really, really interesting. Really interesting. Who do you like in that? I mean, because to me, Trump's going to beat Biden, but Trump and DeSantis, that's a little more interesting.
I like that. I don't know who would win that, but that's something I would watch for sure. That's good. I like that. No debates, just the fight. I like that. That's good.
All right, very cool. Finish strong here.
Well, you want me to finish strong, or you want me to give you my fourth?
Okay, go.
Again, with the counting, I know it's tough, but we'll figure this out, Mike. I promise you. I'm going back to the sports.
4 finishing strong. 4 and 5 are finishing strong. Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm going. Not that they have any beef here, but I'm going Tim Tebow and Antonio Brown. I can't think of two people who are more different than each other in so many different areas. I just want to see him go after it. I don't know why. It's the first thing that popped into my head. I want to see Tebow versus Brown go at it. I think it'd be a fun match to watch.
You know what's crazy is this is why I'm going to win this set. This is why I'm going to win because I had Tim Tebow on my list, but I can still use him if it's against somebody else, right? That would be the rule here. Can I still use it?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. You've already done it twice with 2 of my picks, but go on. All right.
Yeah, Tim Tebow's going to have his day in that one. I'm not worried about that, but I want to see Tim Tebow against Chuck Norris. I want it prime time. Chuck Norris does not mess around. Tim Tebow is a workout machine. I'm not sure how good a fighter he is. That's what makes this interesting. Chuck Norris, Tim Tebow, be the highest pay-per-view in the history of pay-per-views.
First of all, when Chuck Norris does a push-up, he's not pushing himself up. He's pushing the earth down. And Chuck Norris doesn't sleep. He waits. And hiding behind Chuck Norris's beard is just another fist waiting to make it happen.
Wow, you're ready for this.
Chuck Norris all day long, no champs. I'm a Tim Tebow fan, but he's getting beat down hard by Chuck Norris, no matter how old he is.
Chuck's old.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I would say Chuck's in his late 60s, early 70s.
I like that. Very cool. All right, I'm gonna go completely off center here. Way different than you probably think I was gonna go. I'm going Kim Kardashian versus Khloe Kardashian. All right, I don't watch the Kardashians, but I'm tired of hearing about them both. If one of them knocks the other one out, at least I won't get to hear one of them. So I'm going Kim versus Khloe after each other, then it's done. Interesting.
He's not going to get the numbers, though, of Norris and Tebow. By the way, I was way up on Chuck Norris. So any guesses on how old Chuck Norris is?
I have no idea. I mean,
over under 75. Over 75. He's got to be under 75.
Chuck
Norris is 83. No. He's 83 years old, man. You know what?
You know what? He's still going to beat up Tim Tebow. No problem.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is where I win. I've already won, but this is like the nail in the coffin as usual. And my fifth selection. This is 5, right? This is my fifth, right? You counting? This is 5? Okay.
We're good.
I'm going old school. All right. Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding. They're not 83. They can still go at it. They've never gone at it. There's just been awards. Tanya's had her day. Nancy's cried about everything. Let's just have it out. It would be huge ratings. I don't know if I want to watch this or not, but I want to know the result when it's over. I may kind of turn my head like a car wreck. I don't want to see it. But Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding, and I have an honorable mention. If you want to do an honorable mention, do you have about that maybe you want to throw in there that didn't make your top 5?
I got a couple, but I got a problem with this. You're not necessarily stealing my picks, but you're borrowing my picks. I mean, I say Donald Trump, you give me another one. You go another one with Donald Trump. I say Tim Tebow, you give another with Tim Tebow. And I think it was either last week or the week before, I talked about Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. It's not even a new topic. There's so many topics out there. It just it's a bad fifth choice. It's a bad decision.
Your problem is you've been a professor for so long. Everything comes down to plagiarism in your eyes. You get tunnel vision. You think I'm looking at your paper, and come on.
When my day finally comes, at least I'll be original. That's all I got to say, Mike Neighbors. It hurts. It hurts me. It hurts the listeners. I think it hurts the show. But
I'm going to take it. You do what you got to do. I know Justin's listening because you can say that I'm copying off your paper. I like to position it as I take it to a whole new level. Like Tim Tebow against Chuck Norris, much better than yours. Donald Trump against DeSantis, much better than yours. Do you have an honorable mention before we bring Justin in?
Nah, not really. I'm good. I like my list. I'm good. I don't even need it. I play by the rules.
How about this? We'll bring in Justin first. I had a good honorable mention, but I didn't go for it. So Justin, don't be swayed by Nick. I take my ball and go home if I lose again. But if I win, you're the G, and we'll keep playing by these rules.
Well, before we get to who won, I had some honorable mentions as well. Some I'd like to throw out because actually I think I came up with some pretty good ones. First, for fun, I did Antonio Brown versus his Raiders helmet from a couple years ago. I just thought that would be funny. Another really interesting one. This is more of characters that were played by the same actor. I would like to see Brad Pitt's character, Tyler Durden from Fight Club, fight Brad Pitt's character from California. They're both psychopaths. That would be kind of interesting. But this one, I think, actually beats all of y'all's, hands down. Why not the King of Cool, Steve McQueen versus the Duke, John Wayne? Awesome match, I think. Everyone would like to watch that. I was pretty proud of that, and y'all didn't go in that direction.
It's pretty good.
Justin in old soul.
Yeah, really old school.
Like
two really cool guys I'd like to see fight. This one is actually really tough. Early on, Nick was beating it. Mike, you came back and had a strong finish, but I actually, surprisingly, and I'm not trying to get on Nick's side this week, I'm going to go with Nick. I thought Nick not only beat you handily in the first for starters, with his ice cream French toast and garlic bread, I like the two desserts. I'm a sweet versus savory person, but I also liked Nick's pick, Will Smith, Chris Rock. That's awesome. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Joe Biden, Donald Trump, I think is way better than Biden. Trump and DeSantis. Can't stand either of them, but still. Tim Tebow versus Antonio Brown, I like better than 83-year-old Chuck Norris. And Kim Kardashian versus Chloe. I think we're all thinking we would like to see that happen. Versus, even though Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding is funny, I agree. I think Nick mentioned that a couple weeks ago in the podcast, so I have to go with Nick this week.
It's moments like that. I just like. No, I just like to see my friends grow as human beings and make the right decisions. And so I'm not even happy. I'm just proud of you, Justin. I'm proud of you for being who you are. Well done.
Appreciate it.
Like I've always said, one of the best judges out there. So I appreciate what you do. Fantastic work.
I appreciate it. Yeah. I try to be impartial.
When you wanted to bring in the Congress and House of Representatives and do a system of checks and balances.
Live in the now, man. You can only look forward.
Nick, my check should be in the mail any day now, right?
Yeah, Venmo. Actually, we're good.
Venmo. Okay, good. All right.
Yeah. And you know what? Let's pull Justin out of the Steve McQueen era. It's Venmo these days, okay? Not the John Wayne era. But by the way, I will say this, though. I accept the pick, even though I certainly don't agree with it. But Nick was one of those kids, and we all had one growing up where, he just started crying, I'm going to take the ball home when it didn't go his way. Can you imagine if you would have ruled for me? I am glad you ruled for Nick just so we can keep Justin aboard, because I want this kind of arbitrator ruling to continue. And I know Justin will be fair, and I'm not going to make excuses, and I'm not going to cry for the House of Representatives to rule down the road. So congratulations, Nick. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to cry for it either. I know that Justin makes the right decision all the time. So I appreciate his work, and, I look forward to many more proper judgments. Well done.
That'll be the open next week. All right, let's go to our last word. I'm exhausted at this point. Hot dogs, all these fights, unbelievable. Nick, you want to go first? I need a little rest here.
No, okay. Yeah, you know what? I'll let you rest a little bit. I'll go first today. Very topical, actually. I'm up in New England for the summer. Everybody likes to rip on Florida for their drivers and how bad the driving is in Florida. I'm going to tell you right now, drivers in Massachusetts might be the worst drivers, not only in America, but on the planet. I'm done with it. I've seen them all. They are bad drivers, but worse than being bad drivers, they are angry. You can't do anything. You're going too fast, you're going too slow, you're going the speed limit, not the speed limit, you're going left, you're going right. It doesn't matter. Whoever's behind you is angry that you're in front of them, and whoever's in front of you is angry that you're behind them. It's a very, very angry place to drive. Other than driving, it's paradise. But I'm telling you right now, the worst drivers on the planet, Massachusetts drivers. That's my rant, and I'm probably going to get some flack from it, but it's the truth.
But Nick, can you believe gas prices these days? Unbelievable. Crazy.
Yeah,
I'm alluding to the last podcast and you going crazy about people complaining about gas prices.
Yeah, well, it's true. I want gas prices to go up. I repeat that comment from last week. I want them to go up sky high, double, triple the amount, which means less people on the road, which means more room for me. Get those gas prices up. Pump them up.
Wow, you'd be a heck of an attorney. That's a quality argument right there. All right, I'm going to go to my last words. I'm going to go to what we talked about a week ago, College World Series. And just like me giving Nick Nugent props for beating me, I got to give a fan base props. The LSU fan base. I went to the University of Florida. I graduated. I'm watching the championship best of three, and I'm watching it from Baton Rouge. Gator fans, pathetic. I mean, it was like for every 10 fans, there were 9 LSU fans and 1 Gator fan. And I was going to have a rant. I thought about this. Let me tell you something, LSU fans. I'm really, really appreciative of you. You do a great job. You travel. You support your program. But there's this bar in Omaha that has this count of who bought the shots, Jello shots. This just in, LSU. Nobody else cares about this but you. But then that's the problem, is nobody else cares because LSU fans dominated the College World Series. They dominated the record-setting total in Zoom shots. Boy, I was impressed with the LSU fans. And being a University of Florida alum, I'm apologizing to a lot of people in this podcast. not apologizing, just giving them props. First Nick Nugent, now you LSU fans, because good job. You supported your team. And any fan base that does that, you deserve a champion. So congratulations. So that's my final rant. We covered the gamut, my friend, from hot dogs to fighting to a great guest and Rick Shea. And, of course, our last word. Have a great 4th. We'll see you next time, Nick Nugent. Appreciate it. Good job this week.
Take care, guys. Happy 4th.